liked the trees and their secretive natures, and all the little creatures that scurried into the brush when they heard her approach. And there were lots of places to sit and think and be alone and listen to the wind in the leaves. There were many days when Miranda went home and Lauren stayed in the forest by herself, curled in the nook of the tree while she read a book. Even Lauren's dad had said that the woods made him uneasy. Lauren and Miranda have been best friends all their lives. They grew up together and they love nothing more than getting on their bikes, going out for rides, playing in the forest and meeting by the ghost tree. They would then make up tales, have fun, do what young girls did. However, puberty has hit. And Miranda is a lot more interested in boys than anything else. She's interested in makeup, putting on clothes, attracting male attention, and Lauren is not that into it. She just wants to enjoy her summer. She wants to ride her bike. She wants to have fun in the forest, and she doesn't understand why her friendship with Miranda seems to be changing as they grow older. She's also still dealing with the grief that comes with the death of her father, who a year earlier was found by the ghost tree with his heart torn out. And now, a year later, 2 girls are found. And they're found on the lawn of a very meddling and, let's call her, xenophobic and racist neighbour. And she sees these 2 bodies of these young girls and thinks it must be her neighbour's fault, bringing in ruffians into the neighbourhood. But these 2 girls have been violently murdered. And no one seems to know who they are. And it's strange. No one seems to remember from one minute to another that these bodies have been found. They have to keep reminding themselves there were 2 dead bodies of girls found. What is going on with this town? Hello, everybody. It's Josie here. Welcome to another 13 Ghouls of Halloween. Thank you for joining me today. And today we are talking about Christina Henry's The Ghost Tree. I love Christina Henry. I have read quite a few of her books, and I kind of figured, great cover, great title, and great interior. Knowing Christina, I wasn't disappointed. She has written a beautiful, beautiful coming-of-age horror story, and I absolutely loved it. Now, let's just have a note on what I'm wearing. So, this look was inspired by the tree in the title more than anything. So I was umming and ahhing what to wear for this, because you don't kind of want to give the story away. And I thought a cool thing to do would be, because a lot of the story focuses on Miranda and Lauren, and when they're, having their adventures, and Lauren's forever cutting through the forest, and she's really attracted to this ghost tree in the forest. And therefore, I thought I would dress as a nature spirit today. So Puck, Puka, fairy, pixie, however you want to interpret it. But I thought, the lady, the nature, the forest, and the plants and the trees, and I thought that would be kind of a great tie-in. And Puck, if you've read Shakespeare or watched Midsummer Night's Dream, Puck is very naughty. Puck is also traditionally a bit of a domestic, let's say, fairy. He cleans for you if you're good. That'd be great. I'd love a Puck. But also a little bit naughty, a bit of a trickster. And I love kind of the fairy pixie mythology. So there you go. That's the tenuous link for today. But anyway, back to this book. So, like I said, I was expecting it to be good. But I got even more than I expected, if I'm completely honest. So what this is Christina Henry. I know she can write a good kind of horror plot, a great fairy tale retelling, as she does with the Alice in Wonderland series. But with this, she's also written a really beautiful coming-of-age story within this kind of horror thriller backdrop and genre. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of My Best Friend's Exorcism, in the sense that you have these two girls, and I believe it is the 80s actually where this starts as well. And, you know, it really kind of focuses on them and their friendship and kind of growing up. So yes, it's 1985 on the first day of this book. And again, that nostalgia, I love anything set in the 90s and the 80s. That's really, really cool. I love that. And you've got these girls, and their thing is like riding around on their bicycles and having a good time, and kind of that innocence of youth then being shattered with the fact that Miranda kind of decides that boys are more interesting. But even that like sort of the dates, and it just has such beautiful kind of, and if you're a girl that's gone through, I mean, there's a discussion about, you know, getting your first period in this. So if you're a girl and you've gone through puberty, and you've gone through those awkward teenage years, and you've gone through that thing where, you know, your friendships kind of are not what they used to be, and you're trying to figure out who you are, and where everything lands, and where everybody shakes out. This is great. It's so lovely, and I love that backdrop. You've also got that backdrop of grief where, you know, her father has been killed a year previously, and how that affects her and her family. And then you've got this town. And like I said in the setup, that 2 bodies are found of these 2 girls. And it's like, well, who are they? Where have they come from? Surely they can't be from the town. People don't seem to know who they are. But also there's this weird thing where people just keep forgetting that they've died, and you have to go, we've got 2 dead bodies here. And that's really interesting, and if you read the book, which I highly recommend, you'll see how that kind of shakes out. It is just wonderful. I like I said, those kind of things, this is made for me in the sense that combination of your 80s, 90s era, you know, type setting, again, like the Stranger Things type vibe going on in the background, plus this kind of horror story. There's almost in a way like a little bit of a thriller aspect with, you know, who are these girls, and obviously Lauren kind of gets very involved in this, and again it's kind of got that like Stranger Things, like kids are trying to figure out what's going on vibe, which I love. And yeah, it also has such beautiful writing, and then this coming of age story, so it's great. It's just I can't recommend it enough. I think it's a fantastic read. I love it. Also, awesome cover. I love this cover of the book, and I'm really lucky. This one is signed. So I love that. So I love it. Very much recommend it. Think it's a great kind of autumn, winter, spooky season read. Just loved it. And that is Christina Henry's The Ghost Tree. And let me know if you've read it, what you think. If you have any recommendations, particularly like I said, with those kind of themes in them, let me know down below. And again, thank you all very much for watching. I will speak to you all very soon. Keep safe, keep well, stay spooky. Bye.